Mr. Johnny himself, what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now?
Man, we making a video up in here, man. We here. We doing this, baby.
Absolutely. That's what's up. You tell them.
You ain't heard of us because we ain't out yet.
Why do you do it? Why do you do?
My name is JohnyG. Join me as I embark on a journey navigating through our vibrant community within the majestic peninsula of Vancouver Island. I'm excited to explore diverse mediums, expressions, and perspectives, uncovering hidden gems, community builders, and the healing power of art. The definition of art is the expression of creativity, imagination, or emotion through various mediums serving to entertain ideas or reflect culture and perspectives. The rainbow symbolizes inclusivity, tolerance, and the spectrum of colors within art, while walls represent strength, power, and the barriers we overcome, serving as both platform and canvas for many of Victoria's artists. Hence, the old phrase, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." As I begin navigating through the creative heartbeat of Esquimalt, Victoria, and Vancouver Island, this first stop sets the stage for a deeper exploration into the art, culture, and voices that define our community. No better place to start to get dialed in than a community staple for almost 40 years in their brand new location.
I think one important thing is that we are very determined to be here for a very long time, permanently, or until we die sort of thing. Because over the years, so many galleries closed down. And the local artists, they don't have anywhere to show. And it makes us more determined that we have to keep being here for all these wonderful artists.
Yeah. And that's one reason why it was so easy for me to partner with Videos, because of her hope to support the art community component and partner up with artists that are working on mastering their mediums. So that connection to local artists, diversity, and wanting to give them a space and a platform to be showcased. I mean, it was pretty exciting to have a place that's going to evolve and grow, because that's what's happening within our community of arts. It's because, again, so many people have no idea that this world-class talent is right here in their backyard.
But then they all choose to stay here because it's a beautiful.
Yeah.
People are very nice, and then it's laid back, and the nature is so beautiful and abundant.
We love how this community has so much crossover of, artists that are connected to the music, to dance, to theater, authors. I mean, it's just wonderful. So, as a gallery that now has a permanent location.
So we are kind of going against the mega trend. Mega trend seems like economy is not doing very well, and then people start to cut expenses, and the first they're cutting would be luxury or discretionary. That's why many galleries stay closed down, versus we're going the opposite direction. We are going permanent.
Love that. How long have you guys been doing this?
Well, we ourselves have partnered together it's coming up 5 years now. When the gallery was closing from absentee ownership. Vivian's been managing the gallery 6 years prior to that.
Yeah, almost 11 years.
And I've been custom framing for, oh my goodness, coming up 33 or 34 years now. My partnership was to offer full framing service to the general public. So we frame for the gallery and we frame for our artists, but we also frame for the general public. So it's a wonderful open space. Again, a corner unit with lots of natural light. We're extremely lucky. We've done some custom build components for storage of artwork, so it's all close at hand. Display the artwork. We're going to have perhaps less at each artist than we used to in the past, but we'll be able to very quickly show more work to the public immediately. So if they see a section where there's only 3 or 4 of one artist, we'll have art on hand immediately to pull out And then everything's on wheels. So again, for those fun evening events, we'll be able to push everything aside, open up the space. So the one thing we discovered when we partnered together was that the gallery wanted to be more community friendly. So we're in a bit more casual manner where there's pawns of each other's work. And by having a wider range, we're finding the general public feel more invited to come in to see.
Yeah, very committed artists, about 40.
Yeah.
So most of our artists, they spend 8 to 10 hours on a daily basis in the studio.
And some of them are painting full-time upwards of 40 years.
A lot of the artists have been with us for more than 25 years.
So how long has the gallery been here?
Since 1986.
Yeah.
Definitely a staple.
Yeah, we feel pretty proud to continue on its original aim and try to adhere to that level of skill.
Yeah, and the original owner, Larry Hunman, and his wife, Jillian, they come through once in a while.
Yeah, they are enjoying what, they never felt they wanted the business to continue on as their baby and not change. But they have certainly approved of the changes that we put in place, which is a nice feeling.
Well put.
Because you want to honor what they kind of put in place for us. So I'm not too sure the number of how many artists we've added to the gallery in the last 4 years, but it's got to be 15 new artists. Paul Jorgensen's a great example. He's a gentleman that was showcased in a gallery that sadly closed their Victoria location. So he just joined us last summer. He's a gentleman up in Nanaimo and painting, full-time for, I'd have to double-check Vivian, but close to 20 years, I believe. 25 years now, yeah. Then we have Deborah Tilby, one of our artists who actually has been painting since she was a teenager. I won't tell you how old she is and get in trouble, but she's a wonderful, amazing artist. Did watercolors for years, and she's enjoying a impressionistic interpretation of the West Coast. She also teaches classes, so sometimes you'll see an Alberta Prairie Lake scene imagery collection from her as well. Again, an amazing artist that's been hard at work, and you'll see her name internationally. More sculpture work. So we have been told by sculptors that there's a bit of resistance for sculptures to be seen as a regular form of art in people's homes, and it doesn't have to be this grand entrance for you to have sculpture work. So we've taken that on as a challenge and are trying to carry more carvings and glass work. So Michael Binkley from Squamish area is a new artist for us 2 years now, I believe it is. Another new artist for us from Salt Spring Island, Josie Fletcher. Wonderful plein air artist, very raw and impressionistic. Plein air, she loves to be plein air work. And then, we have, as you can see, we're still hanging work. Wonderful piece by Jim Park, a young gentleman from Vancouver. So still in process displaying. Yeah, it had work. It's the layers are just awesome. It has a photographic feel to it, but when you get close, you had a wonderful texture and drifting feel to it.
94% of the people, they have never stepped into a fine art gallery because they feel intimidated. They feel like they don't know enough about art, and they feel like they can't afford anything in there anyway. And so we don't want that. We don't want people to feel that way. We want everybody to be able to walk in. Artists, they either really, really good artists, they either die really young or they live for a very, very long time. So the oldest artist in our gallery is Robert Bateman. And Robert Bateman is very famous in Canada. Like my kids in elementary school, all of the kids, they know who Robert Bateman is. So Robert Bateman is turning 95 this May, and he still spends a couple of hours a day in the studio. Because that urge to create makes you live longer and higher. And also when you are actually doing it, and a lot of my artists told me, you lost in it. Like during COVID, my artists have been so productive because then they don't need to go out and all the socials are not happening. So they're very focused in the studio and they get lost. And when you get lost in that process, you forget about COVID. You forget about all these awful things happening in the world because you are just so immense in this process. Yeah, so it is definitely therapeutic.
Wow, well put. Absolutely beautiful. What an amazing experience. Next, I'm on my way to catch up with a pioneer in the art world, a distinguished gentleman and a community leader, providing opportunities for talented local artists all over the island, the legendary Andrew Crump.
Hello, Andrew. Nice to meet you. Crispy. Thank you so much for having us. Come here. Hello. Thank you for bringing me here to Village Gallery.
Well, welcome. My name is Elizabeth Allen. Well, the gallery itself has been here for over 40 years. Myself, I've been here for 2.5 years now. We have over 60 artists represented here, all from Vancouver Island or the Gulf Islands. So consider them all local artists. Nothing from anywhere off the Gulf Islands or Vancouver Island. Very local, yes. Barry Tate is one of our top sellers. He's very, very popular. He has a very distinctive style with over the years. And another one is Linda Heslop, BMG clay prints on canvas for her. Very popular artist, also very much West Coast scenes. We have a number of digital artists that have been very popular with our clientele here. Virgil Sampson is one of our top sellers. He does the drums that you can see over there. And then we have Simon Louis. He's been a relatively new artist to us, but his work is selling really, really well. He's so reasonably priced and very prolific. So we're really happy to have him on board. We have sculpture as well. We have Nathan Scott is a very popular artist here. And as you can see, there's a number of different styles. Anything from like soapstone or bronze sculptures. Yeah, we're a picture framing store in addition to being a gallery. So over at that side of the store, we have hundreds of different frame samples and matte samples. And these two are my paintings. They're acrylic on canvas, inspired a lot by big sky and water. So those are I have two main things that I like to paint a lot. So they have an ability to be used either as watercolor and down, or you can use them very thick. So these have, like this one has quite a bit of texture in it, and that's using it a little bit more thick. But in the skies, I tend to water it down a lot more so I get a little bit more atmospheric transparency, make it look more realistic, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that. It gives it a bit of depth, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can kind of walk into the painting.
Definitely a staple out here in Sydney. Sydney thanks you.
Well, thank you.
And so do we.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Next, I'm on my way to go see one of the most kindest and talented art teachers in Sydney, with undeniable expertise and brilliant techniques. Definitely an old school community legend.
Why do you do it? Why do you do? Can't get through it.
Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
good. It's nice to see you.
So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you came. I've been in this particular location maybe 17 years, and I had another location for 5 years. So I have been on the waterfront maybe 23 years, and I just love it. And I should be retiring because I'm past retirement age, but I can't bring myself to do it. Art is healing, and especially for my students. But the reason is because I love painting and I love being on the waterfront. I have a big studio at home, but I prefer to be here most of the time. And so I paint in both places. And the reason I paint is because I have a lot of paintings in my head. Okay, there's lots more coming, and I enjoy it and love it. And I enjoy people. So painting in my studio at home by myself, I don't see anybody, you know. So this is a little bit more interactive for me. I enjoy it, and it's meeting people and my students. I was representing other artists, and then some of them started asking me to show them and teach them. And so out of that came a teaching career that I couldn't believe. Yeah, so I started helping, and first thing you know, I got more and more and more students. And then when I moved up here, people just walked in and saw me painting and said, "Do you teach?" And I said, "Yeah, I teach." So it grew. So I've been teaching for maybe shortly after I came to this location, must have been like 15, 16 years, something like that. And some of my students have been with me. One was with me for 10 years, but most of the others have been with me for 6 or 7 years and under. So now I have people walking in that are on vacation for 3 months and they want to take classes, and they sign up. It's a friendly, happy group of people. I also have classes on the internet. I think that's what people like around here because it's the community, and for me, I'm, going with what the community likes. Yeah, so that painting with the lightning is really interesting because I was trying to experiment with lightning and in my mind, not from a photo, capture the moment when that spark of lightning happens in a dark, dark sky. And when that happens, I have observed is that the sky lights up, but for a split second. And so that's what I was hoping to do with this, is to catch that. And the painting is pretty tall, so I wanted to have light or something going up to the top of the painting to connect the top of the painting with the bottom of the painting. Yeah, and I do that with all my paintings. It's a special technique I use to have colors disappear, because in a home, the daylight's going to change. And as the daylight changes and it gets darker out, I want the painting to still show and be there.
That's a trick that, I don't think a lot of artists know about. Like, that's almost to the next level of the next level.
Yes, it is. And I'm very conscious of that. I really live in the painting when I paint, and I accent it the way I want. I add things to make it more interesting, and it usually comes out pretty good because the highlighting, having eye movement in the painting, the colors, the drama, they're not a one note.
Mm-hmm.
They're not flat.
No, it's got depth.
Yeah, a lot of depth. Yeah, so seascapes, I've always lived on the coast, so I really enjoy seascapes, but I have a big, big passion for portraits too. Of course, I love the forest too, but I definitely love to do portraits and paint people. But it's something that's it takes a lot of time. The last one I sold was still on the easel, and a doctor came in and he said, "I want that painting," so he bought it. She is lovely, but she was sitting on a block, and I changed it, put her on a rock surface. I added draping, changed her hair because it was all pulled back, and I don't like them to look naked, just a pretty nude that is a piece of artwork instead of a nude.
How long does a typical sculpture take for you to make?
Months, because it's a big process. Then there's the drying period, and you have to take all the clay out from the inside, and then you have to do the finish. The thing is that you can't let go of art. It's in you, and you have to keep going. It's not like, okay, I'm retiring now, I'm going to go do something else. Artists don't retire, they just draw to a conclusion.
I'm definitely coming back here for a class. Next up, I was invited by a local and family-run establishment to bring a different perspective into the visual art world from a completely different type of gallery, an urban art gallery. I'm told it's a community establishment that appeals to every age, flavor, and price.
Thank you, Johnny G.
So, wow, yeah, this is a really cool place. You guys got a lot of beautiful prints here. I'm told this is a family-run business. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, we have 3 stores in Victoria. We have a Esquimalt location that my dad runs, a Bay Center downtown location that my little brother Davis runs, and then this one here at Hillside, which I have been running for 2.5 years now.
Wow, fun. So, and then you also have your uncles and stuff involved, like
My uncle, my sister, yeah, and any friends and family, whoever can help us out when we're busy and we need it. Yeah, a lot of local artists and photographers that we're making prints for. A few that we actually sell in the store on consignments and stuff. But for the most part, we're just selling like prints, low price images from local artists. But our main specialty here is canvas printing for people with the photos they take on their iPhones or pictures that they draw on their tablets and whatnot. We print them as canvas copies.
it's definitely a staple here in Victoria. So is there any kind of art forms that you're involved with besides visual arts?
Oh, yeah. I like to DJ on my spare time. I like to DJ hip hop with guys like Johnny G or DJ EDM with ravers. Yeah, I like to mix on my spare time. DJ name's Mango.
DJ Mango. That's what's up.
Yeah, my hip hop and EDM fusion group is called Siphonaut Cowboy Club, with Chase Brock as the MC. I'm the DJ.
Very nice. And I noticed you have some Indigenous prints here supporting the Indigenous community.
Yeah, we buy them from a publisher that does the dealing with the artists directly. But they are authentic and they all have bios about the artists and their history on the back of them. Yeah, there's probably like over 50 different varieties here. Yeah, no, like if you ever need anything printed, we can make them for you on like a canvas.
On canvas. So how would our local artists get their images onto a large canvas?
So just email me your images. I'll make nice, pretty copies for you. Made locally. We can do framing too.
You guys are kind of the all-in-one art supplier.
Yeah, I'm trying to add more services to the menu, one of my favorites, all different, this like forest one here. It's really pretty if you're looking for something more natural.
I think I've been there.
Yeah, exactly, right? Almost all of us have, And then we got, nice pop culture stuff too, like, for instance, the Kramer. This is something really up my alley too for decoration. So it's a pretty vast array of selections.
Very diverse. Array from the captivating, beautiful pieces with a bunch of depth and character to them, to some of the memes, to some of the local artists, to maps, to some of the old school 1960 drawings and paintings. So, pretty much you guys kind of nail and cater for almost every age. How do you stay on top and relevant with the new latest trend?
Yeah, I just try to listen to my customers, see what's being requested the most,
Absolutely fabulous.
The least we can do, just provide some affordable art. Things get expensive in the city, so.
I feel like the key word is affordable.
Exactly, original art is amazing, but, it's usually thousands of dollars if you want something that's pretty nice, so it's a good option to go for.
Even if it's something strange, try silently healing, inside going insane. Time to decide who's assistant change. Hit the world with the vibe switch and set them straight.
Because it's time that we rise up, ride in the streets, MacGyver ourselves a new way out of the reach. Give them a taste of their own medicine, a taste of defeat. The grease has trickled down for too long, time to fix the leaks. Bring the powers that be right down to the fucking knees and show them love. Gotta show them how to let it be. Show them how to puff the green and pass to the left with these. I think that's the recipe. I think that's just what we need, but don't listen to me. Yeah, I wrote this for the streets. I wrote this for the mean. Yo, I wrote this for the sweet. I wrote this with hope. Words out my throat is what I preach. Putting ropes out for the hopeless that be floating out to sea, that be choked up in the reeds. Quit soaking up disease, opening up the floodgates and stop being naive. Cause I want you to receive, yeah, I want you to achieve. It's Chase Brock forever with John G on the beats. You heard it here last, but it didn't come from me. It's a universe that speaks and I just write it to the sheets. Yes, I do. Yes, I will. John the Genius, Jay's Ways Productions, Chase the Amazing, coming from the Victoria City Island. Yes, YYJ. One love.